Hey, macro fans! I'm not as cool as Mr. Clifford, but he's inspired me. Anyway, these are the notes we're going to be taking Tuesday, April 28th in class. Some of you are already going to be absent, but if you're in class, maybe you can follow along via this way rather than by PowerPoint. This is the Laffer curve and supply side economics, and that's the objective. We're going to compare supply-side views with the story of Robin Hood, who stole from the rich to give to the poor. The people traveling through Sherwood Forest are the U.S. taxpayers, whereas Robin Hood and his band of merry men represent the U.S. government. As taxpayers passed through the forest, Robin Hood and his men intercepted them and forced them to hand over their money. Give us your money! Do you think that travelers continued to go through Sherwood Forest? Of course not. They would simply find a way around the forest in order to keep their money. Supply-side economics stresses that shifts in aggregate supply are the main determinant for inflation rates, unemployment, and GDP growth. So it should be the policy of government to promote the rightward shift of aggregate supply. Supply-siders, supporters of the supply-side economics, argue that high marginal tax rates severely discourage work, saving, and investment. High tax rates hurt productivity and slows the expansion of the long-run aggregate supply. Supply-side economists argue that large reductions in personal and corporate income taxes will increase aggregate supply much more than aggregate demand. Lower tax rates will cause people to work harder and longer. Why? If people kept more of their paycheck, then the opportunity cost of leisure would increase, making work more attractive to them. The result would be an increase in tax revenue. I was on the Laffer curve, and y'all know who that guy is, right? The Laffer curve illustrates the relationship between tax rates and tax revenues. As tax rates increase from 0 to a higher percentage rate, the government will increase its tax revenues. Tax revenue will continue to increase up to some maximum level. Once that maximum level is reached, any further increase in tax rates will actually decrease government revenues. As tax rates increase, taxpayers will find ways not to pay taxes, or they will simply work less, since the opportunity cost of work is directly related to tax rates. As you can see, if government increases tax rates to 100%, people will simply not work, and the government will collect zero in tax revenue. Here are some criticisms of the Laffer curve. Nice little cartoon for you. Higher after-tax pay enables people to buy more leisure because tax cuts allow people to earn the same pay for less work. The relationship between tax rates and economic incentives is small and of uncertain direction. Number 2, tax cuts can be more stimulating to aggregate demand than to aggregate supply, causing demand pull inflation to occur. Number 3, it is not clear where the maximum tax rate level is located between 0 and 100. Here's another cartoon for you. And a final word from Arnold, Mr. Stone's rocks, don't be economic girly men. Oops, did not